Hello, everybody. Welcome to Show and Tell. So we just got some ground photos today, but there's some pretty impressive photos. So let's go start over at Massey's. So yeah, we've got a full stack at the launch site. That's pretty exciting. The ship seems to be hooked up to the SQD and everything. So this was all during the rollout yesterday for you guys, yesterday evening. So I've slept through all this. I've just woken up. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning here. Let's go look over at Massey's first. Hang on. Let me just get Massey's up first. There we go. There's Massey's. Okie dokie. So since last fly, we saw the header tank there in the bird cage. But since last fly, I've noticed all the external actuators here are hooked up on 18.3. Have a look around here for a second to find it. That's not the right one. Oh, here we go. Over here, yonder. So last week we noticed that these hydraulic actuators weren't hooked up still yet, and only one of these were. So they've got everything hooked up now. That looks like they can put a whole load of stress on these things. Looks like lift point probably, maybe a little bit of twisting action. We figured they could do some kind of twisting action with these two rams if they pushed and pulled sort of independently.
Yeah,
They could put some kind of rotational torque on it.
yeah, I think that's probably what's going on there. Because otherwise, they just have a single piston going to that point.
Yeah, and these ones are putting some. These can put some flight loads like on these angles, which would be sort of, you would think, with a grid pin angled a bit and trying to control authority, the stresses would be sort of up to the side here a bit rather than just straight up and down. I mean, I guess they can put equal force up as well to test the, upward force loading as well. In and out loading, I wouldn't imagine there'd be a lot of that loading, but I guess so. It's under hypersonic flight regime, there's some weird stuff happens at hypersonic speed. Even at supersonic speed, some things get a bit funky, but especially at hypersonics, things get real weird at hypersonic speeds. There was a few things with that X-15 rocket plane, and the shuttle had to be sorted out for the hypersonic flight part of their flights. Got lots of sensors all over the place as well. They're all sensored up. Up top, you can see the rams that twist the cap around. Really putting this one through the ringer as well. They got the 5 pull down rams around the cap as well as the 20 pull down rods and the 20 pull down rams as well. I'm wondering, one of these sort of seem a bit redundant, but I guess they can add a different sort of force. Maybe they can add a vibration or something at that angle. All right, what are we up to? Go quickly through here. So down lower, yes. Oh, they've got the air thing into that. That is
Oh,
a hatch, yeah, into the hatch.
where do all the tiles go?
They just out of sight, or they not there
No,
definitely?
you could see where they used to be higher up. Yeah, all around there. They're all
Okay.
off.
The
They
3M tape
closed.
didn't work.
I don't know. I don't know if they pulled them off by hand or if they popped themselves off. But although that to me that looks more like they've been pulled off by hand.
So this would be after a cryo test, probably, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think there's been at least one cryo test since they put all the tiles on. I think.
Strange. Strange days indeed. Most peculiar, Mama. How's all your Beatles references?
Not the absolute best.
That's the man lift. I'm thinking, hang on, no, sorry, don't bother, don't mind me. Look at the sensor array, man.
They're
All right.
definitely taking tiles off and putting them in the trash bag.
Oh, there's some stuck on.
Oh, are they putting? Yeah, they're putting more tiles on.
Well, look up. What's
Yeah,
on the
they
trash
weren't
bag?
there. They weren't there before. All those tiles. They're new patches. Although are they pulling them off already, or they're
Well,
just
look at the
going on?
trash bag that's hanging off the orange basket.
Yeah, some in there.
But that box is the box they used to haul around the tiles in. It even
Keeps your
tells you so.
team.
This looks like an everyday milk crate. They got this hatch off as well. They're doing something inside still, or it's doing something inside now. I mean, so what? So that's just a hatch, yeah. Not a grid pin socket or anything. No.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say the we'll probably get to it after with ship 39, but you'll notice on that ship there's a lot of that blue adhesive being used in places, or purple adhesive.
This has two hatches. Has it got a common dome? Is it?
No, it should only have one hatch.
This photo over here somewhere. I thought I saw another hatch with an
No,
air hose hanging out of it.
no, it's only got it's only the one tank, and then the bit of a ship skirt down the bottom. Then
So there's that hatch as well.
you're looking at two totally different articles here, aren't you?
Oh, am I? Have I done something silly? Have I? No.
Yeah,
No. Oh, yeah, I am. Sorry. Yeah, I am. Yeah, this is ship 39.1, of course. Yeah. Yeah. So this is on 39.1. So they're doing that tiling stuff on 39.1 and 18.3.
yeah. I mean, they're doing these tile tests on pretty much any stainless steel surface that's going to flex and whatnot during testing. They're just they're making use of any test bed they can find.
Is this still hooked up to the... Oh, there it is there. Is it the platinum?
Yeah, looks like it.
Ah, it tricked me. It did. It tricked me good. There's some more Discord people. G'day, people in Discord. There's a dozen over there on YouTube. G'day, YouTubies. Got Joe and DMHMT. I think you're in here as well. I can't read your names in Discord anymore because I've gone and put the streamer mode on.
Oh yeah, truncates the names, doesn't it?
Yeah. So did you guys have trouble streaming yesterday with Discord, Jake?
Luckily it came back just in time. We were doing our Flame Trench live stream. I think we managed to just find a different way of talking before Discord came back, and then yeah, that was a bit of a close one though.
Oh, we just gave up. So they haven't put that ring yet on here yet, Jake. I'm sure they will.
No, they probably will at some point. Like I said, look at that ring that's attached to the top. That's not part of the flight hardware. It's a different You look compared to everything underneath it. Well, maybe you can't quite see it in this lighting, but in other lighting you can see that's not flight hardware in there.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Yeah. Well, you can. It's dull. You can see it as dull, at least.
Yeah, it's yeah. I think they'll put the cap on at some point. Because don't forget, down in that stand down the bottom, there is slots in it for more pistons to go in.
Yeah, yeah. The pipes
That
just,
pipe looks new.
yeah, hanging off the strut here.
You can see it goes up. It's sitting on the on that top cone. You can see there's a flex line up there. Not connected to anything just yet. But yeah, if you look at the top of that top ring, you can see it sitting down in, yeah, there's part of it there, and then there's more to the left. There's the end of it on the left.
A bit of rope. That's the go. Maybe that's what that hooks up to. One of them hooks up to it. They've
Yeah,
just two uni struts welded or bolted together and a pipe clamp on either side to hang that pipe off that strut.
yeah.
Wonder what's the go with this. If it's like slightly adjustable, maybe. I can't see any thread though anywhere. I
The
guess it
thread might be on the other side of that flanger, hidden underneath that green strap.
maybe. You'd think it'd need some kind of adjustment, wouldn't you?
You would have thought so, yeah.
I'm just going to go through these photos one after the other. It's too hard to track which ones were where. Cool. So there's lots of sensors on this thing as well. Down here, there's another row of stuff. Oh, this is where the bottom, I think this is the start of the strut, the bottom, I mean, part of the bracing for the bottom strut.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go, yeah. So the proper mounting strut. So, there was three of these, wasn't there, from the top down?
No, there's definitely two struts. I don't know about the third though.
Let's see, do I have a shot of that before they... Oh, nearly. Hang on, I'll get a better shot. It's not it, hang on. Here we go. I had a few holes, yeah, but they mustn't be using them all because we can't see three. We can't see three things sticking through here. So
The struts, yeah, there's.
they're a different mount. Hang
Yeah,
on. That's I know what's going on. That's actually in. No, it's
they're
not. Hang
going
on.
through that walkway, but there's still all the other holes sitting individually.
Oh, the walkway here. Sorry. Yep. So only some of them have this clevis here. Oh, that looks like one over there. Huh. So this once again, this is either a change of design or they're planning more. They're planning to do something more as they keep go as they go onward.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's a different bottle of water.
Brian M. in chat says landing leg prototype question.
No, these are the struts that hold the locks the landing tank up inside the booster. So inside the booster, up to the side of the the downcomer, as we saw in Booster 18 when it was conveniently opened up for us. We saw the landing tank sitting to the side of the downcomer, and up top we noticed these struts up top. Well, they don't look like this, but we noticed these struts up top holding the top, and then we've since found these down the bottom, down here, that support the LOX landing tank from underneath inside the booster. And these are the outlets for the 13 engines for the burn back and landing. So they can use some of the outer 10, can't they, for landing? If they lose a center engine.
Well, you can use all 10 for the outer for the landing with the way this thing's plumbed up.
Yeah, they were saying to use 3, but if one of the center 3 doesn't work, they can, or if any of the center 3 don't work, they can grab one of the 10. So maybe this gets used for the burn back as well? Maybe?
I should imagine so, yeah.
Yeah, so
Although
this is
I've
only...
always been told, though, it's a LOX landing tank, so maybe it is just landing.
Yeah, with the capability of using any of the circle of 10, should the center ones not fire properly. Because they did that one landing where they deliberately didn't fire one of the center engines, didn't they, and had one of these middle ring engines run.
Of course, that was with a totally different plumbing setup, though.
Oh, of course. Sorry, it was too, of course. I knew that. I just forgot. Geez, she's well braced, this thing. All right. And that strut, that's pretty decent strut.
Sharpie was thinking maybe those struts are to account for thermal contraction expansion.
Well, they're literally to hold it up. So there's nothing down here. They counter gravity, basically, because there's nothing down here. Like, that's literally what the landing tank sits on inside the booster. It sits on these struts, and it uses the top struts to stabilize it horizontally at the top, and it literally sits on these struts down the bottom. These are literally what it sits on. So, because there's nothing down here or is there something down there? What's that?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
There's another shot. Not sure what that is down there. But yeah, anyway, because I look at this all this bracing in here. This is obviously definitely a load. That's a load bearing device. Or that this whole tank. That's not shine for tiles, is it, Jake? That's not, surely not.
I was just about to say, are they gonna seriously stick tiles on this as well?
Maybe.
I mean, it's another flexing steel surface.
Sort of the wrong diameter, like curve. But anyway, whatever. I just put a shackle here, there, everywhere, whatever they need one. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised in the fight this if next week we see tiles on that thing.
Yeah. Do you guys call that a flannelette shirt? Plano? We call it plano.
Flannel shirt.
Okay, that'll be the Lux landing tank. Yeah, this is, I stand corrected. This is, what is it? 39.1.
Yeah.
At 18.3. So that little RAM still, yeah. Man, look at the sensor wiring. My goodness. Jeez. Look at it all. Holy moly. Oh, I can't wait to get to the ship photos. I'll do that shortly. You've picked up a really nice detail in there, Jack.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a bit of an exciting one.
I wonder if this isn't like they're using some of the, high pressure ports and all that as well to get sensors in there. Or more, some of these maybe high pressure lines even going in here. It seems like more electrical going in there than what should be, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, all the electrical will go through the 2 rectangular ports. There's nothing going to
Cool.
those at the moment. Yeah.
So
But
this
yeah, it is
might,
interesting. It is interesting how many lines they have connected up to the QD plate on this panel on this test tank.
it might not be a an actual exactly the same as the flight article, just for just to get the testing. Like physically, it's got the main attachment points, whatever, to do this testing, but maybe some of this auxiliary stuff is just for this test tank only, not what it's going to look like on the ship at all.
Well,
Maybe.
definitely the same. That's definitely the same port layout we see on the ships.
Oh, these ports.
Yeah.
Okay, but aren't some of them high pressure ports?
Yeah, I believe so. But there's a lot of surprising how many of those ports are being used.
I wonder if some, like I said, I wonder, these actually even look like it. I'm wondering if these are actually high pressure lines rather than data lines.
It's what's interesting is I think obviously, but there's basically 2 sides to the QD panel. One's for the locks, and then one's will be for the methane. So I'm just interested to see why the methane side of it's being used, considering there's no methane tankage of any kind on this test article.
Maybe just to get more sensors in there or something. Can't even imagine why they'd need high pressure, because that's only CRPV territory, really, isn't it? The high pressure stuff's only for CRPV tanks. Maybe it's got a CRPV tank in it. I don't know. Or they're just using them for extra electrical lines. Not sure.
If you wanted to do the comparison, DMHMT put the B18 image in the Patreon.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, so here we have that landing tank, and you can almost see them down there. I'm not sure if we can quite see them. But yeah, here's the struts up the top that we're seeing in our ground photos. And this cone is obviously more acute angle than what it looks like here because of the perspective. I never noticed this before. They do have struts all the way down the downcomer.
Yeah, but nowhere near as. Oh, yeah.
So somewhere down here, I can't quite see it, but somewhere down there will be that strut we were looking at a minute ago. Somewhere down there, that strut's down, deep down in here somewhere. So it's held up by a couple of struts down there, and then it's held in place. So these keep it in place from wobbling left and right and backwards and forwards, and also stop it twisting around type job.
Because I was
It's got a
wondering, it's got a
zillion.
million sensors installed on it. Why would they need small high pressure lines like that?
Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Yeah, why would they actually need them? Because it's really only needed for COPV testing, because the only thing in a ship or beast that has high pressure like that is the COPVs. See, maybe you didn't say a million either, you said a zillion. It has. It's got an amazing amount of sensors all over it. Yeah, so they may just be extra. They may have repurposed some of the high pressure ports for electrical ports. would be my guess. Okay, lots of photos of this. We're not sure there's much we can information we can get out of them. There's
Is there anything looking at the walkway down the bottom there to see if we've had anything more under the little black structures down there? Doesn't really look like there's much change with them. Yeah, I think the lower down black structures, I think they're just tie-off points. That's still what I'm thinking about those.
yeah, that was the only shot we had down there, I think, how many years?
No, that's all right.
This one too, the amount of sensors this one has as well, and it all goes back to this sensor box. Can crusher, just can crusher, huh? Not super crusher, just can crusher.
I think the black structure itself is called the super crusher, and in that control panel is controlling the can crusher element of this test stand.
Oh, okay, fair enough. These ones, so there's load, we saw just a second ago, there's load sensors like, where was one? There. Is that a load sensor? Yeah, there's a load sensor there.
Yeah.
So that sort of loads, and there's these sensors on the skin that sense deformity. If the expansion and contraction, they test you for elastic. Oh, what does Alex call it? Elastic distortion or something?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Of course, these were moved a little bit because the crusher got taller. I saw a question come in chat the other day whether the clamps were booster side or ship side on this version, and they're on the clamps are on the booster side. A lovely bit of engineering there, I'm guessing it's CNC'd.
I believe so. Yeah, and then of course on the actual booster itself, there's a plate that goes over that to cover everything up there.
Oh, in here.
Yeah. Yeah, multiple sections of some sort of plating.
That'd be to protect against the plume of the ship, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a harsh environment just right there atop that booster. Little baby flex line. All these doublers are here, they're everywhere. Magnetic cable holder.
Looks like it.
It does. Yeah, it's interesting the tile sits, yeah. Alrighty, let's move along here. Anything exciting over here?
I was joking with some of the people the other day saying they'll probably start putting tiles on the Cybertruck soon.
They don't go fast enough. Can't really see much going on there. Just use tubes to store little tubes. Looks like they're storing a bit of wood in there. Okay, back to the other side. We've got the the static fire stand structure. So let's see. So they've still got some of the scaffolding up. So there's obviously a bit, ship body's disappeared. So they're getting rid of all this cable and pulley system, which I thought was a bit sort of low tech. And now they're putting these actuators in, individual actuators in instead.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to switch to what they have up there now.
I guess they'll. So does that mean this frame's sort of redundant now? This black frame here, to be honest, really?
I mean, the hydraulic hardware is installed on the top of it. That's probably being used for the new frames, but apart from that, it's not really useful for anything else.
Okay, so that's Massey's. Let's go over to Sanchez now. One sec. So you'd think they'd tidy this up a little bit. And so I noticed on the aerials there was 2 slides missing.
Yeah, it is kind of surprising how the fact they didn't really clean it up before putting the slides in.
It took me a minute to find them, but yeah, it's that one's missing and this one's missing. Not sure why exactly. That's like the one that was under the, what do you call it, the alignment things, pins.
Ooh, we have a road closure starting in Starbase.
Gonna get our wet dress. Gonna get our wet dress rehearsal after all.
Yeah, it looks like they're very ready and raring to get into it today.
Oh, there's one of the slides there. I think that's the plate of the slide.
Yeah, you
That
can see the yeah, we'll go back to that in a minute. You see the bolt holes at the top there for cameras and the rollers that we see on 4 of the arms.
Oh, I see. That's the angle. I see. That's that angle. Oh, that's that face there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's even tagged. Very good. Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah, I don't know. It is a kind of a low priority thing. I mean, no matter how much rust you get on this, it's like inches thick of steel. It's not going to make much of a difference. But yeah, maybe they'll give it a lick of paint before they when they finish putting all the slides and everything in. But they haven't finished. Like they haven't got any of the. On here, there's a plate. There's a horn, control horn, you might say, that connects the push right here to the actual slide. Sort of hangs down, piece of steel. Needs to be put on still everywhere. Have they changed? Oh no, it looks much the same. This looks slightly different, but might just be my imagination. Geez, they've been sitting a while.
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least they're getting somewhere with it. Slowly. Stephen, oh, there's scaffolding that around. Oh, there is a worker around, I guess. I guess they're doing a bit slowly. They've got like 1 person on this job or 2 people on this job. Is that like when you start a shift? If you're being naughty, you get the booster transport stand, fiddly job, the low exciting job. Oh, this is the doorway, is it, for the GC building?
No, that's the container wall at the front of the site.
Oh, there's solar panels. Oh, I see. Yep. I see. Yep.
Yeah.
So in here, there's a electric motor spins a. You can almost see the thread. Maybe it's like a worm drive of sorts, or a thread drive to drive these in and out using that electric motor, which is very much exactly the same as it was. All they've really done is change the actual slides because of the new clamps.
Yeah, and remove the 2 stabilization pin units as well.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and they've modified down here a little bit too for the new those
Yeah.
PMT adapters. Yeah. Okay, a little glance into Mega Bay 2. Not much to see. The things haven't really changed in there at all. Looking at the back of the factory, I mean the Gigabay, sorry. They've added a few more of these. Yeah, they've added a few more of these. We'll get to the front of this Gigabay in a minute. Have a quick more look around. Sanchez. Oh, security one. Yeah, I must admit, it's a very weird shape. Very short here. Very short in front of the front wheels here. Guess that gives you good ground clearance, doesn't it? Well, look at the back. Have they got good ground clearance at the back? Oh, not so much.
They can be adjusted. You can take that up and down nearly 8 to 9 inches.
Oh, this one seems to be up. Yeah, this one seems to be squatted down. Yeah. Very cool. So like it'd be an electric sort of system, I guess. Yeah, a couple of ships and a ship and a booster. Oh, they've moved those 2 slides. They were over here last. Now they're over here. Still a few pipes and that around. Nothing exciting this week. These are like use them on the farms, but they've oh look, they've got those tires that don't require air. They're like plastic or rubber or something. They're also like they're not like on the farm. They have quite like balloon tires, like quad bike tread knobbies. They have knobbies, whereas these look more like sort of road tires. I never noticed they had those airless tires on them, or wheels, I suppose. Lots of pipeage ready for the new pad. No trespassing. There's one of the cranes over there. Yeah, they lifted one of they lift one of the OLM parts yesterday? Thought I saw
I
somewhere
believe so.
tweeting.
Yeah, they lifted it with the new crane they assembled there recently.
Is that crane? Yeah. I think that's
Which,
about where it should
yeah,
be.
that'll probably be it. Yeah.
Big white crane. But so only the second level of OLM parts are there. Would they be maybe assembling it on the ground first? That doesn't make sense. And there's only centre pieces, so there's nothing to actually join together, is there?
Yeah, I thought maybe it would be doing this all assembling the layers of it and then joining them together, but not sure how that would go, fitting everything together if it did it like that.
But there's no, like, corner pieces. There's nothing. These don't get welded together. There's a piece in here's got to get welded. Maybe they're just moving
Yeah,
around the stadium. Maybe the crane operator got bored.
yeah, I'm not fully sure what the deal is there, why that's like that. Ooh, what are they putting together there?
I believe these don't require air either, but they're like solid rather than those other wheels. These wheels still give you somewhat flexibility for like to cushion the ride a little bit, you might say. These are just like solid rubber, plastic, whatever, polymer or whatever. Oh, here, yeah, okay. Not sure. Oh, did we get to read the label this time? No. Okay. Oh, about this time. Oh, there you go. That's one of them.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Lots of pipes, plexi stuff. Oh, the plexi stuff on rolls for the launch site.
Are those staircases there, are they? Not last photo.
Oh, yeah. Probably
Yeah.
for massive. So they weren't there last week. They were over here.
Yeah, looks like they've been moving things around a bit. Funny little extension piece there.
I'm just trying to see if that is what we're seeing. Yeah, I guess so. That one's sort of short too. Well, that could be on an elbow or something. But yeah, it's short little piece. They've still used these new I guess they're upload points. Yeah, upload kits. The flame bucket. Oh, look, there's some that aren't fives. There's some that are twos. Ah.
Yeah.
Did we see that?
No, they were delivered quite recently.
I wonder
Yeah,
if
I'm
they're
sure I
the...
saw one of the Starbase photographers got a photo of one of those being delivered the other day.
I wonder if they're the angled ones on the side.
No, I wouldn't. They'd be a bit more staggered than that if they were to the side, I would have thought.
Oh, yeah, true. Yep. Oh, there's there's detour or detourist.
Yeah.
All nicely welded together. Boy, so much welding. So much welding at Starbase. My goodness. Like they must have had enough welding to go to the moon and back by now with their welding rods and welding wires. Oh, look, they've still got that silly cover here.
Yeah, maybe one day it'll get removed.
Over here, yeah. There's two, I think, isn't there?
Just the one I've only ever seen.
Anyhow. Huh, what are they? They clip. They like just clip on. What?
I think that's little platforms they put on the. Well, I don't think they can put them on the new arms, but they used to put them on the old arms to gain closer access to the booster.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, down in the gap, down in that gap in here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll boost to 17.
Yeah, they've been busy starting to scrap it over the last week. See chunks taken out the side of it now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at the 9 meter wide part of it. There's a lot of steel missing from there now.
Ah, gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yep.
Yeah. And it looks like there's been a lot of single rings moved to that area as well, so it does seem like that's possibly a new scrapyard area now.
Well, the scrapyard area is kind of busy building stuff at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where are you? Oh, okay. Okay, yep. So all that section's removed now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yep. Oh, so that's under a chine, okay. Is that actually an SPMT? SPMT. COPV.
Yeah.
Just cut the wiring, just hack the wiring straight up, and the pipes to go. And they couldn't cut straight, they had to go around things. Some of the internal baffling, maybe? Crazy landing tanks. Or crazy landing tank extension. Yeah, all sorts of things on inside here. There's the BQD, I guess.
Yep.
With the pre-presses coming off it.
Yeah, and the section of raceway as well, right next to those pipes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. With sticky tape on there again.
God, the new QD panels on the V3 boosters so much nicer.
This
They
looks
look a
rough as
lot.
that.
Yeah, the covers on the new BQDs seem to be a lot thicker than these. They seem to be a hell of a lot more robust.
Looking like a proper flight vehicle.
Yeah.
I guess that's one way to go about it. Are they what? Insulated? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, from what I can remember, these are reserves. These are basically extensions for that landing tank. They're
Yeah,
the
that's
very bottoms of the big elbows down the bottom, which obviously you can't see.
yeah, that's my understanding. They just made the landing tank bigger.
One way of doing it.
So Locke's landing tank, yeah, this one.
Oh god, yeah, that's the LOX landing tank, and then of course going through the middle of it was the methane transfer tube.
I didn't really stump you there, did I? Sometimes you got to remember. It's hard. Whew, all this stuff. Wow. We see that on the Oh, we see it all. Oh, that's in the chine, so we don't really. That's sorry. A little brain fart then. That's still all in the chines. All the high pressure. Oh, you can really see it's a CRPV now. All the high pressure control gear. So over all things like igniting engines and all sorts of things going on in here. Well, mostly igniting engines, I guess. I guess there's some of it's for. None of it's for pressurising the tanks, is it? That's all to do with the engines regen. I guess this is all
Yeah,
to do with starting the engine
yeah.
and maybe some purging. And I think there's some high pressure nitrogen too for purging. Alrighty, that'd be Sanchez. So build site. Build site, we've got some amazing photos. How's chat going over there? Oh, cool.
There was a question from Emmanuel. He was wondering, what is that filter in the top of the landing tank? And Sharpie was kind enough to let us know that it was the anti-vortex.
Yeah, so this is a LOX landing tank, and the surrounding here, this is surrounded by liquid oxygen. Hence the all the outside here. Yeah, I might be better to go back to this other photo. So this is all LOX in here inside the bottom of the LOX tank, and this is LOX in here as well. And at times there's LOX flow in through here.
I think I think there's the way they filled this tank was through pipe work at the bottom. I think that this is more a case of when they're filling the tank, they need to open the top up to let the hit the pressure off the top there, and then obviously close the valve and then put the pressurizing gas in. Then
I'm wondering why it needs a strainer then.
Well,
And it's got a flow. Look, it's got an inflow angle. See the curves in there?
yeah,
Maybe in flight they supply the center engines, and then once it's finished ascent, this shuts off and then it becomes purely a landing tank or something.
yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the build site. Not sure where this particular package was, but these rubber jockey straps. Wow, they're funny. They're good. I'll use them a bit. We've got whatever. It's 1829 mil, 4 mil thick. Oh, is this not Starship eggs? Is it? No.
No. Panel. It's just steel panels by the looks of it. Yeah, a load of them laid up there. Is that 4 mil? No, that's thicker than 4 mil, isn't it?
Well, it's 4.04, so it does look bigger
Yeah.
than 4 mil. Well, hang on. That's like 35 by 55 ish.
Yeah, I suppose that is 4 mil.
Like 1.5 by 3.5 inch, whatever you call it. Used to be 4x2s. Now they have that instead of 4x2s these days. They use that 3.5 by 1.5 or we call it what I just said before, 35 by 95. Let's see, they do use metrics. Everyone uses metrics. Weighs nearly a ton. Got a 78 kilos short of a ton. So because we're far down south, they tend to use Spanish as well. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
So is like Spanish also an official language? Sorry, I don't mean to get it controversial at all here. Is it like a second official language of like places like Texas?
I don't think it's official, but they have it here in California too. I think it's just location.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Because a lot of Americans learn Spanish, don't you? Or sort of know a reasonable amount, or know some Spanish at least anyway, don't you? Especially down south, I guess.
Yeah, it's offered as one of our languages.
What I love what the USA. That's funny. I love the way construction crew do little funny things like that. See, little staircase looks like that image again of that. The staircase, the drawing of the staircases going, impossible staircases going all over the place. So that'd be Gig Bay. So these sort of photos kind of show a bit of the scale, but I mean that'd be 300 foot already, wouldn't it? By now up to there, isn't it like only 480 odd feet? And almost that's like level 6. There's not much more to go above that.
Yeah.
Sharpie got it. It said, "I love Lucy."
I Love Lucy. Is that in reference to the TV show Lucille Ball?
Most likely.
I wonder. Gee, that's an old reference.
Good chance of it, I would say.
Oh, I Love Lucy. Yeah. Sorry, say that again.
No, just saying, yeah, it's a good chance that that's what it's a reference to.
Okay, cool. Thanks. That's my surname as well, Ball. I used to get some funny nicknames at school. So up here we got bridge crane rails go this way, or a bridge crane just for this cell. Oops, sorry, for this cell. And I'll see if we can find the outer ones in one of these photos. The main bridge rail. I think it's only on this side so far. But yeah, each of these little cells are going to get their own little bridge crane. I can't quite see them, but on these outer posts, there's this. Is it this one or that? I can't remember whether it's the inner one or the outer one. Has the little holders for the bridge crane rail that runs the length of the Giga Bay for the big bridge cranes. Looks like there's going to be 4 of them. 4 bridge cranes, 2 in each aisle, I think. Is this them? Yeah, there they are there on the centers. There, I think that's one there in the center. So bridge crane rail runs this way front to back, sitting up on top of that. Not sure what that one is. Is that? Oh, that's over that side. Yeah, that's going to be one of the stacking stations, isn't it? Yeah, this is the center here. Yeah. Ship 39. She's now stacked. So that's still in the bay, is it?
Yep. Yeah, where it stood for God knows how long in that doorway before finally rolling.
So there was a bit of a word on the street. They had a bit of an issue with the ship, and the delay was sort of good as well because the crew needed to do a little bit more work on the ship before they rolled it out. There's some issue, apparently. The word on the street goes. And then she rolled out. We got some good images. Now, know whether you're listening or whether I should DM you. I would like to know where the video. the RGB video of the rollout is. I'm not sure where that is exactly. There's a folder somewhere, a Google Drive folder somewhere with the rollout video that we took. So there's an actual flight article, QD panels with here, like you said, the electricals going in through those square holes and
Yeah.
the main propellant lines.
That's funny seeing the says fuel on that hose there. And that's going to the lock side of the plate. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter what when it comes to the hoses.
I was going to say, does that make this methane side? But no.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the lock side.
Those post-fix plates. So that's what the little things that pull it in attached to, I guess.
Yeah.
I think these are some more. This one doesn't have a cover on it. There's two. You can't quite make out these. We might get another shot closer up later on. I won't dwell too much on that. So these like high pressure stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can see some of the labels on the QD plate, look, for exactly what some of these things are.
Yeah, I just can't quite read them.
So that one to the right at the bottom of your image there, I think that's pneumatic overdrive. Then underneath that'll probably be helium bubble.
These would be pre-pressed, I guess, these ones.
No, those are the alignment things.
Ah, I got you. There's four of them. Is it? Oh, no, just two of them.
Yeah, the pre-press is the two covered ports. That's it. I think. Yeah.
Okay. Looks very industrial. Very what do you call that sort of style?
Steampunk?
Like rat roddish even, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Not bad at all. Now, does this show anything better in the labels? Oh, there's no labels down here. Feel that's interesting. Now, this photo here you found interesting, Jake. Oh, there might be a better one actually. I'm going to go straight to it because I can't wait. Where is it? There we go. There's a one straight into it. In here, we could see some of the mechanism in here. Let's try and find that photo for you. Might have been a lower one, wasn't it? Down the bottom.
Yeah, there was one that just looked straight, directly down the middle. It's one of the ones on the aft. It wouldn't have been one of the forward ones. Oh, that shows it there. You can just about see it. So yeah, so that looks like a little trigger back there that the probe pushes against and probably locks in the probe into that. So yeah, so it's not literally just a dummy insert in this thing. It looks like the actual full docking mechanism is in there.
So that could be as easy as it triggering something like this coming across and clamping like
Yeah.
like a ball on the end of a rod, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, here, this one might be it. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, it looks
So
like
actually,
SpaceX is keeping things pretty simple with their probe and rogue system. I'll put some photos in the Patreon lounge of other types of. You can see how different this is. Then.
yeah, I'm looking for this photo. Yeah, it almost looks like like if you imagine a ball on the end of a narrower rod goes in here, trips that, and something like this closes in, and makes us so it's
Yeah,
captured.
it's all very nicely sealed as well. Yeah, I'm quite a fan of this. If you look in the Patreon lounge, there's examples of other types of probe and rogue.
I was just going to say Jake's photos came through.
Okay, what's this one on?
I'm not sure. I can't remember what these are from now. These two.
You
You can
said
see in the other.
the
Yeah.
marks from being used.
Yeah, I think this one, from what I can remember, this cone actually comes out a little bit. It moves, which is why you got that foil around the edges there, because the whole cone moves.
Maybe it's like on sort of suspension a little bit.
Yeah. And then you can see with this one, there's an actual, hook system on it around the edge.
Yeah. Very good.
But I
Oh,
mean,
that
yeah,
last.
it's still essentially the same thing going on with Starship. It's not, apart from not having the hooks around the edges, it's still the same concept.
Yeah, like a lot of things, it's not really new tech. I mean, there's a lot of new tech on them, but there's also a lot of stuff that's been tested on other ships, other airframes. And
I mean, yeah, the probe and drogue system, it's a tried and tested thing that's been used for God knows how many years, going back to at least the Apollo program.
there's some awesome photos here underneath the aft flaps with this new plumbing system in here.
Yeah, during the lift earlier today, you could see on the ends of that pipework, there is actually a plate down there that's got angled outlets on it, like RCS looking outlets.
Yeah, I
So
saw
yeah,
that.
to be clear, this pipework is not a dedicated RCS system. It's just for something else, but can be used as RCS too.
There's a hinge. And I'm thinking this is earth straps. Yeah, that's an earth strap. Just to make sure everything's static, I think. I'm really 100% sure they've changed the whole hinge system to looking far more robust on this version.
Brian Aries has a question about the bays.
Sure.
He's wondering, what do you think Mega Bay 1 and 2 will be used for after Giga Bay is finished?
You want to go that one, Jake?
I mean, Mega Bay 1's likely going to be knocked down at some point to make way for more Gigabay. And then Mega Bay 2, I guess that could be used for ships for a while longer, but that'll probably be replacing more Gigabay as well eventually, I should imagine. Because of course, with the V4 boosters, they're not going to fit in either of those bays. They need Gigabay for that.
One thought is Mega Bay 2 for some of the specialized ships, or maybe one of the processors, maybe refurb or something. Because I mean, they're going to be pumping out ships more than boosters, so eventually they're going to get knocked down. All of them, I'd imagine.
I can see in the shot as well how they got thermal protection over that hardware. See, I saw that the other day on Ship 41's one of its barrels, and I thought maybe they're going to paint all up in there, but it seems like they're keeping it to just these hinge attachment points.
I think that's thermal paint, is what you're saying. Hang on.
It looks like it might be the actual ablative sheeting on there, possibly.
Oh, we're still in the aft. This is still the aft. What is it?
Yeah.
Well, the hinge point should be over here, not in here. Oh, that's the actuator.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, the hinge point's actually over here. As we can see up in this photo, the hinge point's actually... Oh, it's in the center of the circle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Looking nice and beefy. So this is on the aft. So this is on the leeward side. Sorry. So these are just test panels of some sort, I guess. I don't know. Unless they're they are. They're just test panels, aren't they? Does
Yeah,
40
I'd say
have
so.
these?
When we saw it last, they had just some very small strips on this side, not great big patches. Although it may end up having big patches as well eventually, by the time it's ready for flight.
On certain angles, it looks like the door has teeth. It almost looks like a mouth with teeth on some in
Yeah.
some lighting. Little vents and so it's a payload bay hatch, yeah.
Yeah, and those circular things in the middle, I think those are actually cameras. They've had them on basically every ship that they've ever flown, but they were with the V1 ships. They used to be in a totally different location.
Oh, that's actually a question. What are these tiles for? Yeah, it's just for testing, I guess. Maybe underneath they've got sensors to see how it shields the sun or something. I'm not sure what exactly the test is for, but there's no reason for them physically to be there to protect the ship in any way. They're only there to for testing of some sort. They're using the blue glue. Is that the blue glue you're talking about?
Yeah. Well, they're using it, on the test patches, but you can see they're using it on the actual heat shield as well, along the edges and the bottom. Yeah, I found this very interesting.
How to make many
Seem to
flat slabs
be,
to create a curve.
I say, they seem to be sealing up the edges there to stop anything getting underneath, any airflow.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. I appreciate you being on the stream today, Jake. Thank you very much.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
you can see it at the top of the heat shield as well, look, along that top edge. And next to the ablative sheet down the bottom there as well. Yeah. Yeah, definitely seems like they're trying to stop any airflow getting into anything.
But they stopped here, what?
They might, they probably do the rest of the heat shield and the ship rolls back at some point.
True. So this looks like looking up underneath a passenger jet, like up underneath a 747 when they have the landing flaps deployed. It kind of looks all quite
Yeah.
aerospace up in here. Check out that hardware, man. Geez, these are good shots. There's another one of those earthing straps.
Yeah.
which is just for, I'd say it's for the static. Like, I imagine there's all sorts of static electricity gets generated by these things going up and down, ascent and descent.
Oh, that's something I haven't actually checked for yet. Is there any static wicks on the ship? Because they used to have them on the previous generation of vehicles.
Have a
No,
look
there isn't.
here.
Doesn't even look like there's any holders for them at all.
Maybe they're just earthing it to the main body instead this time.
Yeah, because I don't remember seeing that earthing wire on the previous generation of ships.
So they continue through here as well. I'm wondering that, you know how metals can weld themselves together in space? I wonder if that helps that as well somehow.
Maybe.
I find it fascinating how metal can weld itself together in space. It's like, doesn't make any amount of sense at all. There's more of it here. So there's the, the forward flap actuator and its bell crank. I mean, it's control horn, which can be called a bell crank too, I guess. And its hinge point down here. And their little dragon. It's even got dragon written on it. I didn't realize it had dragon written on it.
Oh yeah, they've gone all out with those plates.
Is that exactly on the the capsule has that exact branding like that too, does it? The actual capsule?
It has dragon on it. I can't remember if it's in that location or if it's elsewhere.
I like the emblem. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a re-entry, like it's plasma flying off the back of it. Dragon. What a good name for a capsule, I must say. These shots are amazing. I could look at these. So everyone, I could look at these shots all day for hours and hours, just checking out all the little nuts and bolts and how all this stuff's put together and all the straps. And let's just say there's some electrical for cameras and that going through.
You see they got that blue adhesive along the edge of the heat shield at the top there as well. They started putting some along the bottom edge of that. Goes to the left a bit on the actual nose cone itself.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, that's the camera sitting there right in the middle of the photo. They've now got they've got them on the aft of the ship as well now. So we've still got the cameras looking at the flaps, which I'm super glad to see. The design of them changed a little bit, the housings, but yeah, still the same concept.
This is skirt venting, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going into the Arctic space. That I've seen these before, but I'm interested to know what's actually in some of those openings there, the little port things. Yeah, curious what those are.
Well, they look like bolts, and they've got the safety wire.
Oh, yeah. So they've got something bolted to the inside, the other side then.
You can see some things in here, some plumbing in here, and you can see a little bit inside them.
That's the other thing that's changed with the V3 ships as well. So on the V2 ships, that was literally just, you could see straight through the slits, like if you looked at them head on. But now they've got the openings at a bit of an angle. They're a bit... Because if you look at those straight on, it looks like all those are sealed.
Okay.
And I think some people speculating it's something to do with stopping certain things trying to fly in there.
Oh, like birds and insects and stuff, sort of things, flying? Or?
Yeah, basically they don't have a straight shot in there anymore. And I just realised that whatever's bolted up down the bottom there is probably to do with the docking ports. Because I should imagine if we look at the other one on the other side, we'll probably see something bolted in place there as well. Maybe even me cameras there too. There you go. Yeah, it's mirrored. Well, yeah, there is something there. There is something in that portal opening as well.
These are awesome photos. Such a small lever for such a decent sized flap. These actuators must be really strong. I mean, it's probably a heck of a lot bigger than we can see in this shot, obviously, but proportionally they seem kind of small compared to the size of the actual flaps. But they work. We know they work, and they work well. So this will be the ship rolling out. Yeah, there's heaps of photos going through. You're going to see top to bottom all the way along the ship. Ship 20 is in the background there. So this was the first time that they've used a ship transport stand. First time they put a ship, well, except for that test fit that day, but this is the first time they've actually put a ship on a ship transport stand and transported it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lights. Okay, yeah. So what's this?
Yeah, and this.
Where are they going?
I think they get used at the launch site. They connect to the hoses coming from the tower.
Oh, they're not hooked up now, probably.
You can see, if you look on the right side of the light, you can see the ends of the hoses. They've got valves on the ends of them. Go straight up. Yeah, there's the ends of them there, look.
Oh, okay. A control box inside. So there is electronics on board. The stands. So they probably pressurize it before they leave the bay, and then it just stays pressurized for the trip.
Yeah.
Which got a bit of a workout on the that sudden stop that happened during the transport, during the rollout. Oh, here's some of those more up close, straight on shots, Jake. I didn't go far enough through my thingy.
I'm so curious what the two little raceways, the smaller raceways coming off the sides of the big ones at the bottom there. I'm still curious what's underneath those, what the pipes are coming out of them. Yeah. They just look really like just afterthoughts.
Oh man, everything looks like an afterthought on this. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Is that a bit of chalk in there or whatever?
Yeah, they'll probably put that the rest of the way around the raceway when it goes back again. I've noticed something as well with these raceway covers. The bottoms of them seem to be a bit of a different color. I don't know if there's some sort of like slightly different material or something, or been heat treated in some way. If you zoom out, you can really see the difference in color there.
Here.
See, go up above that weld seam above the stringers. You'll see where the color changes look on both the covers. Yeah, there, and the one to the right as well.
On that piece of steel, okay.
Yeah.
Cover 20. Cover 21. Oh, the odd tile, just the odd tile here and there. Cool.
The little tabs coming off the sides of those covers are interesting. Yeah, I wonder what that's all about.
Yeah, that's symmetrical. Looking very symmetrical, I must say, these days. Except for that.
Yeah, these parts of the raceway covers don't look too bad. It's when you get to the top when it starts to look a bit weird, where they've got that weird step in. Yeah, where the speculated FTS sits. I just hate that bit so much.
You'll get used to it. Wait, over here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, the little rows of individual tiles and the big so they're a test as well because there's no need to have tiles on the back of the aft flaps either.
Yeah. I'm curious to know more about the single tiles dotted in random places on the after.
Yeah, like there's another one there. Yeah, they're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, those are interesting.
They're kind of in spots that are going to get some kind of sort of weird fluid dynamics here with once it starts coming back through the atmosphere off the back of these flaps. There'll be some kind of turbulence in here. All of them in here. This is all going to be quite turbulent. Well, I'd imagine it'd be quite turbulent back in here. A nice run of photos all the way up. Oh, they've got the blue here and not here yet. Yeah, so maybe they just didn't quite get around to it yet.
Yeah, still in progress.
There's all sorts of ports and things all over this shit.
Those four, should be for the flipping jig. It's used to flip the barrel in Star Factory.
Okay, that's the common dome.
Yeah.
So this barrel here starts here and finishes 1, 2, 3 barrel for the common dome up to there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Of course, yeah, there'll be another set of those directly on the opposite side in the heat shield.
Yeah. So
Much nicer
methane.
system. I was going to say, a much nicer system compared to what they used to use a long time ago. That great big circular structure that they had to use to flip the barrels.
I wonder if this is the same port but has redundancy. We're having 2 of them.
Possibly. I'd love to know more about how these actually work, these valve outlets.
It's definitely a different looking ship to say like ship 20 for instance, with all this. It all looks so much more sort of actual rocket like and actual like functional these days.
Yeah.
Like theoretically, from what they said in that documentary from SpaceX, this is the version that's they're going to start doing actual satellite missions and actual docking missions and so on until version 4 comes along at some stage in the not near future, a bit further along in the future, rather than sort of straight away. This version may be the version that gets them to the moon, even. Imagine.
I just noticed they seem to have actually applied a thermal layer of something on the undersides of the catch points as well. Notice the underside of them are black now. I think that's an actual. There's a layer of something on there. Yeah.
I swore they were going to do retractable pins, to be honest, but here we are.
You can see the indented tiles there as well. I think that's to do with the pushers on the chopstick rails.
Okay,
Gives them more.
I thought maybe to do with plasma flow somehow to
No.
protect this, but yeah, I know what you're saying makes more sense.
Gives it a bit more surface to push against.
On a tile, wouldn't they? Yeah, okay. Wouldn't they push on here? Maybe.
I think it does push for now, but or it could be a case of there's something on the pushers that would interfere if they put normal tiles there, so they have to put the indents in. But I think it's to do with the pushers in some kind of way.
That makes sense, yeah, because the pushers might have be a shape like that needs to needs to have that to stop interfering. Yep. Absolutely. Could see that. Oh, look, we can see straight up its nostril.
Yeah.
What's with this one? What's with them?
Those are they're the same things we see on the tops of the boosters, on the V3 boosters, the little orange things. It's those things that are underneath these tiles. They had these on the V2 ships as well, up in the nose cone like that.
Okay, cool. And now shots all the way back down again. That's Starlink, yeah.
Yep. And of course, there's one near each catch point as well.
Yeah, he's
slightly. Yeah, they're further around, more into the heat shield.
Oh, that's the shot I was looking for. Well, almost got claustrophobic zooming in and down into there. Oh, there's a good shot. Look at that. So I just put the glue on the outside too much as well. It's fine. Whatever.
It does look very messy, doesn't it?
They get kindergarten out to do these tiling.
Yeah, I noticed that with all this blue adhesive, they seem to be applying it very sloppily.
But yeah, so these look, I mean, they look big enough to hold two ships together. That should work fine. Anything
Oh
going
yeah.
wrong with that? Go ship go. So yeah, I expect them to come back. We probably should know who that is. That's probably one of the guys we know. I don't know who it is myself.
That's probably someone from SpaceX maybe, with a T-shirt like that.
I thought, oh, okay, it's a Raptor. Oh, yeah, it is too. Gee, I see some posts around, especially on Facebook, and that showing the brilliance of Raptor, and the picture they're showing, the diagrams are showing aren't Raptors. They don't. They kind of look like a Raptor, but the plumbing's wrong. The LOX turbo pump's not sitting up on top; it's sitting off to the side. It's little things like that. They're calling them Raptors, and I'm like, that's not a Raptor.
Yeah.
Here's that new interface device happening here. Yeah, like some kind of AI generated image that's just totally wrong. And these stands, I must say, these stands look so much better than the old stands with chains and all that sort of stuff going on. They look really proper modern. Look like what they should look like. They've still got their feet on them. So they got the SPMTs jacked right up. When they get there, they can just lower the SPMTs and they'll hit the ground.
I like the upside down legs. They've got the SDR labelling on them, ship transport ring.
I didn't notice that. They're all upside down. Look. What? What's the go with that? That was
Well, the legs are the right way up, but whoever put the labels on them put them on the wrong way.
Oops.
Well, actually, no. Are they up? Can they be used either way up? I'm trying to think.
It kind of looks like they can, but yeah. Why would they put them upside down in the first? Anyway, whatever. Someone's having a funny joke, or yeah, someone did something wrong. You can build a multi-million-dollar rocket, but you can't put a label on up the right way. Can't.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There. You try to tell me about the Starlink. So that indent, is it there as well? Not. Sort of only
on that side, they got the telescopic pushers, but then on the opposite side, they got the actual like those little funny things that slide along the tops of the catch beams. That's probably why there's a difference there.
Looking like a flight-ready ship. Okay, let's go over to the launch site. Well, there's a lot of images here. The 200 images down here. Let me just fly through them quick here. So back at the ASU. So we've got, where did that? Oh no, there was those things lifted the other day, but they're further over to the left. I'll grab them in a sec.
Yeah, I think there's been what 3 or 4 of those assemblies brought to this site now over the past week or so.
Oh, there they are. Yep.
That's the ones.
Still loads of things to hook up. Hello. They're a weird looking thing. Some kind of control actuator. Oh, so are they. I see. They're not a pipe. There's some kind of actuator.
Oh, they're filling in the gaps between the modules there. They're putting plates over that gap. Like you can see, they're prepared for another one at the top as well. Yeah, completely sealing all that in.
And they've been doing plumbing here. We haven't really noticed from the air. Haven't noticed this plumbing going in from the aerials. We've seen all these strut. I haven't seen that strut in particular, but we have seen all this strutting strutting, this strut work up here, struts. I saw them getting hooked up. El compressos. There's my Spanish. El compressos. I think there's going to be extraction fans above these. Help get rid of the hot air.
Would make sense.
Yeah, those where was that photo again? DMHMT, yeah, those bolts. They've probably maybe the chains might have broke when they stopped as quickly as they did. I mean, chains do have a limit. They've got chains have a lot of stretch too, though. They're quite elastic, so maybe it might have been a different story of using the old transport stands. Could very well have been a totally different story. These are fun little machines to drive around. I love driving these. They're really good fun. Once you got to have real steady hands because you can easily push the controls too far and get thrown around in the cabin quite easily.
It's a really nice, shot. That gives a sense of scale of how big the compressors are. Look at the person at the bottom there, down by that pillar. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's some kind of expansion or vibration joint here.
Yeah.
They're over in there as well. What's that? That's okay. That's coming from an earlier stage, going through the intercooler and coming into that's an input. Yeah, input. Yeah, on that side, and output back onto the next stage. There's another one coming up an intercooler into another input. So it's like 3 stages. The real big, I guess, the lower pressure, and then going to this intermediate level, which I guess is sort of intermediate pressure, and then finally into the much smaller ones, which would be, I guess, the higher pressure, which goes to the last intercooler, then probably into the rest of the system. I think that's the way it works, getting bigger to smaller. It's usually where things work. It's bigger to smaller, the higher pressure you go. Okay, there's going to be a bit all over the place as we go through here. That's fine. Oh, there I am. So this is, where are we looking? Back at the methane tanks. Oh, there's the SpaceX crane. Where are we?
Yeah, that moved over to Pad 1 recently. It's no longer sitting in the middle of the launch site. Yeah.
Oh, because of the static fire?
Yeah, they're probably wanting to store stands out the way where the crane was. That's probably what was been going on there.
Was it too close for static fires?
Well, mind you, no, during the actual static fire test, they moved the stand partway down Highway 4, completely out of the way.
So that means the SpaceX crane is somewhere here somewhere.
Oh, that's probably why they moved the SpaceX one, because they laid down the Buckner crane. I think they wanted a bit more. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure where they actually moved the SpaceX crane.
So that's the front of the site. So we're looking from over here somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the end of the wall, I guess. So we're looking through here somewhere.
Yeah.
Where's that? Is that an aircon unit on one of these things?
Not sure. Nothing you think the wall is probably the Oh no, it is the wall. Never mind.
Yeah, there's that little knob we can see there. Yeah, we're looking back towards the front, somewhere through. So that lines up with that. So we're looking through at that angle. Yeah, through past that, in through here somewhere. Cool. So that crane is somewhere, maybe just here somewhere. Guess we'll find out if we go
Yeah.
to fly tomorrow. I can see since our last flyover, we knew anyway that they moved the other methane tank. And it looks like here they're building the GSC building. I mean, what do you call it?
I call it the
fluid-
service structure.
The service structure next to the plane trench, yeah. Oh, now we're going to look at tower scrap. Yummo. I noticed the Florida 39A's got the electric actuators too. Also noticed it's got the control boxes, the 5 control boxes rather than the 4, so they've fully upgraded 39 to all that.
Yeah, but they still haven't read those chopsticks in for some reason.
They haven't what, sorry?
They still haven't reeved the chopsticks to 39A.
Oh, yeah. Well, the tower's looking awfully empty of plumbing and everything.
That was one. I know we talked about it. I don't know, we haven't really talked about it at all yet, I don't think. That's one thing that we saw delivered to Florida the other day is the ibuprofen jigs from Sanchez. Forgot to mention that earlier whilst we were at our site.
So was it here in our last flyover?
Yeah, it'd been moved to the crane yard. Oh, you can see the edge of it there, actually. Yeah, right next to the B-18's manifold. Yeah, and it looks like it's now in Florida.
And that 18's manifold's now over near the old Starlink building behind the.
No, that's I think that's B4's manifold. I've got the speculation that they're going to put both of those manifolds on display in Starship Park.
Where did I see that? That was one of our images, wasn't it? I can't remember where I saw that.
Yeah,
that was ours.
Yucky. Get rid of it.
yeah.
I
wish they just cut this soon, dropped it on the ground before they started doing the flame trench foundations.
Was it DMHM2s? Was that your images of Florida? We could see the ground images from the tour bus, and like the QD arm at 39A, everything's looking a lot finished up. A lot of the areas are looking like the QD arm all looks like it does here. The new SQD arm anyway. It looks all sort of nearly ready to go. A lot of that. I know, and like they're testing the tank farm over there, and everything's sort of it's getting close. I reckon they reckon June maybe it's going to be ready, but maybe.
Not sure about then. It's going to be later in the year. But a lot of progress has been made.
Elon time, I guess. Look, they're lifting the cage up here. It's all bent.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be that case again of the majority of their work goes quite quick, and then like the last 20% is what gets dragged out quite a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. You came here to look at rockets and ended up learning about cranes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're looking. Oh, so that's the transport stand for the booster that came to the pad.
Yeah.
That's the water deluge. The top plate part of the water deluge. So okay, that's the end of the wall. So the pumps are right behind there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the over the wall thing. Yeah. Oh, there's one of those wind lifts all folded up.
Yes,
The heck
insane
no.
lift.
Yeah. The heck no. Booster. Awesome.
I just
So also
noticed they've
go
still
on.
got the top six stabilizer arms angled out slightly when this photo was taken. Yeah. I think that's how they're going to be during launch. They're going to have them angled right out slightly further away from the plume.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that's the methane. That's that little extension off the side of the new area. Well, look how much they built it up in height.
Yeah, the little dovetails.
Yeah, that's the word. Thanks. I know someone's got a photo of down into the trench. I'm sure we have it, or someone's got it. And the flame diverter looks like completely clean, like it hasn't even got any marks or any charring or any discoloration.
That was in one of the SpaceX photos they shared earlier today, looking down into the trench.
Oh, it was too, actually.
Oh, there we are. Go down. You went straight past them. It's that second, yeah, the first slot there. I think shows down in the flame trench. God, that looks so good.
Full stack, yeah. Very, very impressive.
Wow. Yeah. It just looks like such a much more mature product now with the V3 vehicles. That second post for SpaceX is or the first one for SpaceX is quite cool. You can see up in the ship engine bay, and you can see the false ceiling up there. So yeah, what you're seeing there is where you've got the three center engines attached to a flat thrust puck, and then next to that you've got some of the aft dome, and then next to that then you've got the false ceiling, which is like part way up the dome.
Oh, over there.
Yeah.
And these are recessed, aren't they, into the dome a little bit?
Yep. Yeah, I'm curious to see how they go about actually installing the R box, because that doesn't look like much room at all.
Up in there, maybe they've got to go in through the tank. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I mean, that looks. Maybe it's probably a bigger gap if you're right up close to it, but from distance, from this distance, that doesn't look like a lot of room to play with.
No, and these are the vents you talked about, weren't they? Angled.
Yeah.
Where's that flame trench shot? Have I not got it?
Go down a bit. It's the nighttime shots from space. That one. It's the second photo.
Oh yeah, down in here. Yeah, looking remarkably unscathed.
I know that. Yeah, I noticed there was a bit of a debate in the Zach serve earlier whether those scorch marks on the flame trench walls or if they were shadows.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I guess it makes sense to get those as far out of the way as possible.
Although,
Oh,
is there really that? As I say, is there actually that much of a difference between having them straight down and angled out slightly?
yeah, good point. Oh, hang on. What is it still Saturday in America, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Well,
not
on the
quite.
UK by about 5 minutes.
Oh, so I can say having. Sorry.
I put a picture in the Patreon launch of the flame trench and the scorch mark.
Yeah, I hadn't downloaded that image yet. Yeah. Yeah, no, that all looks like shadowing to me.
Yeah, but what about the sidewall?
Ah. Well, maybe.
That's no shadow.
That to me, that looks like discoloration of the flame trench walls. But
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's light from above coming down. No, there's not. Sorry, that's not right, 'cause there's a booster up there. I thought maybe.
Yeah, I think that is a shadow. No, I'm looking at it a bit more closely.
And look here, look at this going along here in this angle here. Isn't that the shadow of this piece of steel over here? See where the light's coming from?
Yeah,
Here?
yeah.
Maybe it's both.
Yeah, I'm not convinced either way, to be honest. Thanks,
Could be
Kramer.
shadow and scorch marks.
Yeah. Thank you. We're going to go up the tower a bit. Yeah, that looks so much more professional. Wow. I'll say that every time I see that. Just looks proper square, proper angles, just looks properly done. So sorry, I'm right. This is the first booster to fly without a detachable ring, isn't it? This is the first time they're flying the truss. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. I just had to. My
You
brain
can
had all
see
that.
Oh, go back. You can actually see the shielding on that inside face of that ring at the top. Look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh, the
what a
whole
shot.
clamp. Yeah. The
I've got a little theory as well. A bit of speculation. I can't remember if it was one of those alignment nubs or one of the sensor things. I think in what the housings for one of those, there's cameras looking at the forward dome. I think.
Oh yeah. Down under here,
Yeah.
looking down here.
Yeah, looking straight at the forward dome. Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah. Yep. It actually even looks
I'm
like it in that
surprised.
shot.
There's one thing that's still missing that I'm surprised to not see on you yet, and that's any cameras looking at the grid fins. There's still nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have thought they'd have a camera on at least one grid fin, but no, there's still nothing.
Camera holes.
Or turret holes.
I went back to the ASU. Well, we were.
Well, as soon as we get to the end of this launch, I'm probably going to have to dash off and help with coverage of this full stack testing.
Yeah. Well, will be the end of the show when I get over to. Oh, God, there's still so many photos, but yeah, I'm going to zip through them a bit more here. Yeah, sure. I appreciate your time today, Zach, as helping me host the show. What's 9 o'clock here? What's that mean? 2 hours so far. Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Zach
Whatever.
or
Yeah. Whatever you do,
Jake?
whatever you need to do. What?
You said Zach. Did you mean Jake?
Jake? Did I say Zach?
You did.
Ah, maybe it
Jake,
sounded like.
same thing.
4 letters is
Well,
4
I meant-
letters.
I meant Jake. He knows I meant Jake. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it's all good.
So that we won't see that marking even on here, I don't think, on those ground shots.
Yeah, what I remember, there's something I realised. When they went to go and put B-19 on the launch mount, they didn't seem to have any issues at all with the proximity sensors in the BQD hoods. They seemed to work pretty nicely first time.
A few more people arrived in Patreon. I can see Todd and Kiwi. I can't see. So, like I said, I can't see all his names. So I can't say all his names properly. I just remember their avatars. Oh, this is when they were still holding up the sticks to change the gate. Oh, I've got pictures of that somewhere too, I guess. Somewhere in here with the skates.
Yeah, that was a hell of a thing. They were still doing stuff with the chopsticks and rolling the ship out at the same time yesterday. I thought, yeah, that's just a typical SpaceX thing to be doing.
No pressure, guys. No pressure. Hurry up. We got pressure.
I know, right?
That's
Yeah,
definitely.
I'll go ahead, Graham.
Could you please check the burn plates inside the trench, if there's and how they look after the static fire? Yeah, exactly that.
It's looking pretty clean so far.
Yeah, looks unharmed. Wow.
Oh, look at all the testing. Oh, the test wiring still attached to the booster. This thing's definitely going back to the launch, production side. Plus, these have to be put on. So.
Yeah, both vehicles definitely need to go back for more work before flight. I guess, yeah, they just wanted to get this full start testing out the way first to see how everything goes, and then if they need to adjust anything, they can do that once the vehicles are back in the bay.
So the 15th, so 6 more days. How do you think they're going to go?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's already pushed at least one day past the 15th, obviously with the whole top 6 fiasco.
So getting back to being Saturday or Sunday. So Sunday is Mother's Day. I think it's the same in America. Is it the same in UK as well? Mother's Day this weekend?
No, I think we already had the hours earlier in the year in the UK. I'm sure we have it at different times.
I googled it. I think Google said that America's. Google just came up, like my Google Assistant on my phone.
Yeah, ours is tomorrow.
Yeah, ours is tomorrow. Jinx.
Jinx, Todd. Jinx again.
Double jinx. So if I don't get a chance, I'm going to do a flyover tomorrow, more than likely. But if I don't get a chance tomorrow, happy Mother's Day to all your mothers in America and in Australia. It's Mother's Day in Australia, so definitely happy Mother's Day to everyone in Australia, all the mothers at least. Our mothers are amazing, and I'm sorry if that triggers some people because it's not always the same story for us all, is it? So I hope you are all managing and coping, no matter what your story is. Oh, that's looking really tidy. Check that out. That's the go.
All the rust spots appearing on that truss. Oh my god.
I spoke too soon.
I don't get how this has got so much more rust compared to B18.3 that's been sitting outside for a lot longer. I don't get how there's so much more rust on the truss than there is compared to the rest of the vehicle. It's all stainless steel, isn't it?
Well, I didn't think stainless steel rusted, but this is an alloy of stainless steel, so like this hasn't rusted at all. It's only just sort of really that one. I wonder if the heat, when they cut that hole, where the heating did something to the steel.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, that one didn't affect. That one didn't get affected. It's just that one, really.
Oh,
Wonder if-
go to the left again to the alignment of housing on the left. That might be the one that's got camera in it. Maybe. Go to follow the ring around and go straight down. See, I think there's a camera in there.
That does, because the other one didn't have that black dot on it. Can I see it on this photo?
No, that looks solid, yeah.
Oh, there it
That's
does.
got one as well. But yeah, I think the third one didn't actually have anything like that in the side of it. I mean, it would make a lot of sense for SpaceX to want to see what's going on with the forward dome visually.
I can't. I won't go back there. But yeah, I tend to agree with you there. And yeah, you would think that would really would be an essential, like to have cameras everywhere else. This is pretty well. This is very much a high energy event area. So yeah, you think you'd want to keep an eye on it.
Because I mean, what
Doesn't the
would need
ship
to be
have to?
what else would need to be inside of that alignment housing?
Yeah,
Should just
nothing.
be just a dumb structure, that simple structure. There shouldn't really need to be anything else in there. Sorry,
Was that
Kramer, go
crane?
ahead.
Yeah, but the flames from the hot staging will go inside those holes. And I think maybe they can use cameras in the ship aft to watch what happens to the booster top.
Possibly, although they might want to keep an eye on the forward dome of the booster after the ship's already gone. And they'd probably be quite sealed. They'd be shatterproof, explosion-proof glass over the cameras in the housings, if there is any in there.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, you're right though about the cameras in the ship though. That gives a good shot. We've seen that shot before, haven't we, Crane Man, from the ship?
Yeah.
That looks something like out of Star Wars so much, especially now with these little holes in it. It really looks like the like some kind of fortress
Yeah.
you'd see on Star Wars.
I gotta say, I'd love to know what's going on with the things at the tops of the pillars there. They started installing that framework and then you just completely stopped for. Yeah.
Low priority. I mean, I guess for launch they'll need to get rid of this scaffolding, I would imagine, at least two.
Oh yeah.
So the skate is the skate still missing? Let me see.
Looks like the
I'm not
BTR is
seeing it.
leaving the launch site.
It's going to get right in the way of cameras again.
Yeah, I think it's yeah, because we can see it here. Look, the skate here. So yeah, there's a skate missing there for now.
I'm just trying to think why that transport stand is leaving the launch site for full stack testing, but I guess maybe they're treating it like an actual launch problem. I get, yeah.
Yeah. But if it was treated as a launch, then the roadblock would be on another position or not.
That'll move back during the just right before fueling starts. But yeah, I'd expect that to move
Okay.
back later today. Yeah.
Okay.
What are those things? What are those things on the edge of the pond there, Stephanie? They're not microphones, though. There's like loads of little like grey things sticking up. Yeah, she disappeared.
If they're
Yeah,
not
those are
mics,
microphones.
I was going
with
to say, if they're not mics, they'd be
stuff
light.
around it to filter the wind.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're definitely microphones. From a distance, they kind of look like a bunch of owls.
Woof woof. So for testing acoustic energy, is that what you're thinking? Sorry.
Yeah, probably would have been used to in the static fire testing.
That'd have to be some kind of special microphones to handle that kind of levels, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They still haven't put caps on all over the place. Alrighty, let's see where we're up to. Oh, pad scrap. Oh, it's looking, yeah. It's looking weathered, isn't it? Far out.
It's one way of putting it.
There's a SpaceX crane.
The scaffolding.
I guess that's to get from there up to there, I guess. I really hope they
No,
take
they've
this outside scaffolding off.
Oh, I see what. Yeah, they so that on that platform there is the deadline anchor, and I think they're just using that platform to get up the stairs because there's a staircase going up to where the deadline anchor is, up to that platform.
Okay, yeah. Oh, there, right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's seen some things, this tower, including like you think of Flight 1 to start with, the amount of debris that got pelted at it to start with.
Wow, you can see someone standing at the bottom of the steel column.
Yeah, I think there is. Yeah, I think there is someone there. Yeah. I think.
There's
You
two
mean
people
this?
there.
Or is it? I don't know.
Yeah, 2 people.
I disagree. They're too small. Look at the size of the steps back here. They'd have to be the size of...
Oh, yeah.
Good point. Yeah.
Oops.
My mistake. My bad.
No worries. What sort of car is that?
The truck, Chevy.
Oh, it's a Chevy, is it? Cool. Does that have like GMC on the front? Is that what that has? Is that what Chevys have on the front of them over there?
Some of them. GMC is like a different brand, but it's all the same stuff. It's like Lexus and Toyota and Honda and Acura. I believe that's the main difference, is just a different name. I don't know much about Chevys, so, but as far as I know, they're all the same, it's just a different badge.
Yeah, like in I suppose, but something, I know that's the same as what you're saying, but in Australia, they had like the Nissan Patrol, Ford just put Ford badges on it and called it Ford Maverick. And even the Nissan Patrol, it's got it's a Chevy type straight 6-cylinder 4.2 Pretty sure it's a 4.2 litre 6-cylinder inline 6-cylinder Chevy motor because you can sort of see the valve, the push rods. You know, on a Chevy 6-cylinder, you can on the spark plug side, you can see in the casting, you can see where the push rods are. I mean, you can't see the push rods, but you can see where they go, which is kind of
Hopefully
unique.
you can.
Ship stand is leaving too.
Which is kind of like a
but
Chevy thing. So, what's going on? The ship stand's leaving.
yeah, I've got a double both stands leaving the launch site. They're probably going to park them somewhere on Highway 4 again.
Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. I won't keep this too much longer because you'll all want to be going watching the wet dress rehearsal. So we'll keep moving through here quickly. Boy, it's got some awesome photos. Let's see, I can kind of see underneath a bit.
Yeah, I haven't. Oh, that's where the look where the booster transport stand's sitting in that photo. That'll be why the crane, the SpaceX crane, looked like they had to move because that was sitting near where that stand is there. Or maybe they're just moving the crane out of the way, further away from pad 2 already, ahead of flight.
We also want to thank Martin for his 5 gifted memberships. Thanks, Martin.
How does that work when there's only members in the chat?
So if they're Patreon members who don't have YouTube memberships, they still get access to the video, but they don't have access, like they're not a YouTube member. So you gift memberships, they get those gifted memberships. I have now both Patreon and YouTube members.
Ah, thanks. Cool. So they put insulation on everything in here to a certain extent, anyway. Look, even over the valves.
That's probably similar to what we're seeing on top of the Oh, actually, yeah, the basket strainer covers. That's what we were seeing at the pumps and the
Yeah.
That's what they look like up close.
Cool. So we should see that all throughout the pump farm too. That's not the right shot. Where is that? Throughout the pump farm too, or the rest of the pump farm, we should see get kitted out like that eventually. Yeah, these covers here, where are they? Yeah, there. Yeah. So eventually, we should see all this plumbing look like this too. All the basket strainers and everything should look like this eventually. Wonder why they did it particularly here first.
No idea.
Like they've started in here. Some of this stuff's already been done, like here, but there's still lots that haven't been done. Oh, that's really cool seeing that like that up close, and even the valve covers too. So like here, these valves down here, they're covered down there, in that there. It's linkages stuff in here. All right, so somewhere along here, there is an image of the gates being replaced. We've got an image here somewhere of it. There's the new control panel for electric actuators for these things. Oh, there's the new skate coming in now. So as RGB was roaming around taking these photos, the whole skate installation process was happening. That's a really good shot of the skate and the little rollers and the big rollers. So I don't know, maybe something like just one of these completely failed, or a pair of these or something completely
Yeah,
failed.
that's what I think. It's one of the bigger rollers that gave up on it and came loose.
So they were still able to at least bring the chopsticks down with it, but they didn't want to
Yeah.
put a load on it with it broken. He's lucky they I guess it's on a bit broke while the booster was still attached to it, or whether it just happened just after the booster was attached to it or something. They might have been
Yeah, I
lucky.
know. I know people have been speculating that it was maybe damaged by the stag fire, and I thought that as well initially. But the more I'm thinking about it, I think it was damaged after that test because the sticks when they started descending, they were moving smoothly at first, and then partway through lowering is when they started to be sort of start and really slow. I think that it was during that time is when the damage occurred.
So the sticks were right at the very top where they launch position when the static fire happened, were they?
Yeah, they were right up out the way.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it was anything to do with the static fire. If it was, that's a major problem. But I don't think it personally. I don't think it was anything to do with static fire. It may have been the straw that broke the camel. Maybe that a real stretch, like maybe it was 99% damage and it was a final kick. But I think on the way down, somewhere halfway down, one of these gave up. The ghost. Yeah, I agree. Now these roll around, don't they? These are on a circuit, aren't they? These rollers, like a chain.
Yeah.
Remember the sound when they lowered the chopsticks on Tower A? I think maybe they want to prevent that again.
Yeah, that was squeaky. Yeah. So there's like literally one pin, to put this in and out. Probably, unlikely.
Yep.
See, there's the maintenance. There's the maintenance tag.
Yeah, I'm not the. I don't know if we've ever seen a clear shot, but I think the pins they use on these are probably load sensor pins, and rather than just normal pins.
They could very well be, yes.
Because you'd like to think in a location like that, you'd want to be measuring forces.
That may be a pin there, even.
No, the pin will be held up, suspended in place by a chain underneath the. That's pretty hefty pins go through those skirts.
Yeah, that's too small. Yeah.
You might see the pin just about if you look underneath through the carriage. You might just about see it. There's something strapped up there. Look, you look through. Or is it to the left? There's something going on behind there. Look. Oh, that's scaffolding.
I don't know. Wouldn't they? Oh, okay. So this gate sits right in here. Okay, yeah.
And if you look very carefully, you can see there's actually someone filming all of this as well. She's right below the travelling block. He's got his little pack on there in the proper camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say these things are comically big. This block, and that's
Stupidly big shark on.
Once again, nothing that's it's not new tech or anything. It's something that gets used in industry. It's not the only thing this big. I'm not sure about this block here. Whether this, I don't know if I've ever seen or not seen a block this big before.
There probably is ones like that out there in other places that exist.
They've been greasing the grease nipples there, you think?
Yeah.
I would have thought these were what do you call them? Bridge pins. load sensing pins too, maybe. Is it?
Yeah. The bottom ones might be, I think those I think I've seen wires going to those before.
It's like the nut on top of a helicopter rotor blade system. This one particular bolt, isn't it? One point of failure.
Well, that's one, and then you got the nut on the bottom. You go carry on going down.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't quite. That's another place that could bring everything crashing down if that nut goes.
What do they call it? Jesus Christ bolt? Is that what they call it? So I don't mean to say those words, but
The Jesus nut, I think is what people been calling those.
okay, back to this end of the tank farm. So that's the methane uploading points over there a little bit. It's all to do with the methane. So they haven't long filled up some methane here. And up under here for all the associated plumbing for those methane tanks. So these skids here, and a lot of the tanks are are in front of the tanks, but these two particular big, short, fat ones, they tend to they've been putting those skids on the sides here. These skids in here. Little crane. I mean, that's
sakes. The SPMT is moving the ships down. They're breaking down again.
That's no good.
I don't know why they didn't swap them out overnight or this early today. Surprised they're still using them with the way they were behaving last night.
You can see here we got some liquid nitrogen getting uploaded here in a rusty pipe. And that'll be the liquid oxygen fill line, which isn't getting used at the moment here. Lind, hey? Atmospheric gases produced with renewable energy. Okay, very good. Or at least part thereof anyway. You guys use wind a lot in America. We use solar a lot in Australia. The solar is catching up in America. It's the solar's got a lot of scope to steadily increase your electricity supply. Personally, I like solar. Solar works very well in Australia. We've got lots of sunshine. In fact, it's a blue sunny sky today. My solar panels will be generating power as we speak. Free power. There's that reclaim tank that we see under the other big fat tanks. And this is different, I think, to what we see behind the LOX tanks over on the big LOX tanks. Over here, behind here, I think this is a different system. That one over there, that big pipe. This one's actually about reclamation, and this one's about like basically a pond, so like getting rid of it. But we're nearly there. We're getting there. The new methane tanks are looking nicely plumbed in and more than likely fully operational. Well, they have to be operational, actually, don't they? Because
yeah,
they didn't have any other tanks. Oh, and near the big tanks to the left, they're operational too. So, but I imagine these ones are operational as well.
I guess the two older ones they kept, they'll probably be fully plumbed in between the next two flights.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's probably plenty between these four and the two big fat ones. There's
because I mean, yeah,
individual flights.
As I say, because yeah, look how fast they managed to get those 4 new ones plumbed in. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, this modular system, yeah, that works very well for them. They're making it work for themselves very, very well. Yeah, so they've got the skates ready for these and everything. So yeah, just a matter of tapping into these pipes and tapping into these pipes, and away they go. Good old manual shut-up valves, huh?
Yeah.
And while we take a moment, we also want to thank Martin again for his 20 gifted memberships. Thanks, Martin.
Okay,
Oh, nice. We have some open chopsticks as well. Nice unobstructed view of the whole launch stack.
And it looks like those stands are headed back to the actual build site production.
They might go back to the foot site, or they might just stop near the roadblock point.
I suppose you probably can't say. You'd think if there was discoloration over here, you'd see discoloration here as well, but not necessarily, because fluid dynamics can do some weird things in situations like this.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking with that. There's certain places you wouldn't see the marks.
Oh, so this is before the ship rollout still. Oh, cool. That's a good photo. So,
Oh,
this
that was
cool.
just yeah. What I remember, that was an interesting thing we saw when the ship was lifted earlier onto the booster. They kept one of the aft flaps folded on the launch mount side. So I'm wondering what the purpose of the notch in the launch on the pancake deck is.
So they didn't need to use the notch.
No.
That's what I kept thinking. I mean, why couldn't they lift a ship with the flaps folded anyway?
Yeah, with that flap folded, it was quite far away from that notch.
That's always confused me about that notch. People saying it's for the clearance for the ship. I'm thinking that doesn't make any sense at all in my brain.
Yeah, there seemed to be quite a bit of clearance there, which I don't know. I just wondering if we've maybe been barking up the wrong tree slightly with that notch.
Full takeoff weight is around 5,500 tons now, and thrust is about 7 to 7,500 tons. Ship empty, 150 odd. Ship fully loaded on its own is around 1,500 tons. Full stack weight's about 5,500 tons.
That notch is tapered. I wonder if it's something to do with speeding up the flow round to the other side.
Or controlling it, Kiwi, like but putting a bit of back pressure or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I was watching that lift, and I was just wondering, would they normally have the flap extended into that notch during normal operations and just playing it safe for the first stack, or if having that flap folded is how it's always going to be during lifting?
So previous lifts always have them extended, did they, on Tower 1?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it does throw the balance up a little bit, but I mean, you got the stabilizer arms to take care of that.
Yeah.
Mr. James is wondering, is there any clearance issue with the booster grid fin?
No. The only clearance with the booster grid fin was the the mega. I mean the mega bay. And that's why they had to bring it here on an angle, because it had to come out of the booster has to be angled to get out of the mega bay. And also, don't forget, the grid fins are way above the platform here. They're way up. They're way up here somewhere on lift. They're way up here somewhere. The grid fins are up here somewhere. Even in transport, they're way up high up here. They're like, what is it, 70 meters above the ground? But that's a good question. I mean, so I don't mean to, so when sometimes I answer, my voice sometimes makes it sound like I'm saying that was a silly question. There's no such thing as a silly question. That's just the way I talk sometimes. Nothing personal. All questions are quite okay. What's going on here? A bit of insulation from the cold? I've got it here as well.
Yeah, I saw that well, and yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still curious as to why some of those have been painted black. I think it was the top one. I'm sure when I saw that last year, I can't quite see it. Yeah, black paint on it for whatever reason. Oh,
If that one up in there, I think.
yeah, that'll be it.
I always wonder if they're ever going to change this one to electric as well. It doesn't really need the accuracy, obviously, as the sticks need.
It probably will
Yes.
change to electric later on down the line. Just, yeah, not that urgent, though.
No. I imagine it'd be advantageous to get rid of the whole hydraulic system because, I mean, it's a the best part is no part. If you don't need to have a hydraulic system, you can just get rid of the hydraulic system.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing with hydraulic systems. They can get pretty damn messy if you get the fluid everywhere. Obviously, you don't really get that with the electric actuators.
They've had an electric cover here. This cover's new since we saw this, since our last grand photo here. There was cables just all over the place here. Yeah, they're damn great. Yeah, the massive big pipes here they used to have for the chopsticks actuators. They don't need it anymore, so they've put this smaller pipe plumbing in now. That needs tight. That looks rather welds. Look at those welds. Ugh.
They're a bit
horrible.
They ran out of acetylene, did they? Or ran out of argon?
The first year apprentice did those welds. Nice close-ups. Good photos. Oh, there's the actual doors.
You can see where they've
Sorry?
Oh yeah. So you can see where they have actually started installing the proper metal strips over the gaps in the chines.
Oh, they're doing it here on site.
No, they were like that when it rolled out.
Okay, yeah. But there's still a couple to put on. Yeah, but it's only on that one. It's only on that one thing, and I mean, it's probably an intern. I mean, you look at the welding in general. The welding in general on this, on the whole, the whole structure. The welding in general, like 99% of it, is immaculate. To be honest, like there's some really good welding going on. Yeah, just that one little bit looks like some apprentice or something happened. someone had a rough night on it or something. Got on the tips or something the night before. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That lot. But like normally the welds are impeccable. Like here, these welds are beautiful. It's just that one. That's like I don't think I've ever seen. Even the painting, they've coal galled over the top of it, and look, they've left dribbly marks. Someone was having a bad day that day.
You reckon?
Did it blindfolded?
It's something like that. Yeah. Oh, they did get a bit of damage. Someone said they got a little bit of damage on that. On these.
Oh, the elements stuff. Yeah. I mean, all that needs removing anyway. All those elements. What? I've been looking at these a few times. What are those things sticking through the wall?
They're conduits.
Oh, okay.
And being rough as guts, they drilled from the other side through this way. The hammer drill blew out little bits of the face concrete here. Look, if I was doing that, I'd go the other way, wouldn't you?
I was gonna say, is it normal for conduit to come out that far off to the side of the letters like that?
No, no, I don't
Nope.
know what's
They
going on with
switched the
him.
guy from welding to drilling, and yeah, he didn't notice it either.
Well, since the letters are stood off the wall, you should...
What were you saying, Kiwi?
Although you think they could flush them behind the letters, considering they're stood off from the wall.
Yeah, you'd think the electrical would come in, behind the letters. You wouldn't. I'm not sure what the go with this is.
My
That
best guess is it's something we don't know. They're putting something on the sign, around the sign, because that just makes no sense if that's what they're going to use to light the sign. That's just ridiculous if it is.
It's sort of like on some letters, but not on others. Like there's places where there's not them too. God, look at all the bits of neon that came up. All right. As long as it needs to be. Really nice close-ups. Geez, I'm really liking these new vehicles. Looking so much better. So much better.
I'm curious to as to what the external stringers are. The reason why they got those new ones at the top there, and it's only on this one side.
Ah, right. Just here. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So, and it's
those are new
exactly
additions.
opposite of the fin, isn't it? The rudder fin.
Yeah, those
Which
are
means that,
those are new additions since the booster was last in the bay.
I wonder if they're going to continue around. We just haven't got there yet. And where are they? They're straddling a world. So this is I don't know, there's sort of like a windward and leeward side of the ship booster. Like as it's traversing across, the rudder pin is down low, I think. And then this will be the higher side.
Oh, that's the other little thing that's changed up there. The where they got the plumbing going up to the truss, the housings, those have been painted since the booster was last in the bay as well. Yeah, I know the guy that actually painted at least one of those.
Are these bits here?
No, the housing below them have been painted black.
These. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because now I haven't actually seen a photo of the booster in there to see all this new black paint yet, actually.
Well, that's the thing. When they lifted it, it was like during the middle of the night, so you haven't actually really had a clear look at the after this booster since it last came out.
Well, that's a weird illusion. It takes a second to get your eye. What? Let's start out again. Oh, that looks totally wrong. Look at the mounting hardware on the lift and the lift pin. Yeah. Can that rock? Can that? Oh no, it's welded. Huh. Interesting shape. The two different steels.
Yeah, that it is speculated that flat thing, the flat piece sits on the and there is a bit of a rocking motion going on there. Because you'd probably find up behind that flat piece is going to be a lot of roller bearings there.
It almost looks like it's welded around there. Oh, I see up here. Oh, there's a pivot point here. Because when the booster lands, it does rock a bit, doesn't it, backwards and forwards in that direction?
Yeah. So that would allow the grid fins to stay locked, and allow for the booster to rock a bit on the catch points.
Yeah, the catch points are quite a lot longer. In the past, the other ones were basically a point, weren't they? Just like a single point.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure what to think about that little part of the manifold. Well, this one looks nice and new and flash, still not rusty or scratched.
Yeah.
Unlike this dump truck, it's seen some things.
Jake, it looks like you were right. It looks like they did just post them up on the side of the road. You
Yeah.
can see them both on Nerdle Cam. Yep.
Yeah, I got to say, I'm guessing they just, well, it should, if it ends up being a wet dress rehearsal today, I mean, that's pretty much what they do on the launch day. They'd get those stands right out there.
I like to collect their stickers and stick them on the helmets.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess they're still working on the skate in here, I guess, in this image. Oh, that's a good photo of that. That's interesting. That, see, like I said, these might be shafts. This one's different. Maybe there's only a few motors, not like, I don't know. There doesn't seem to be an axle here. They seem to be an axle. I don't know. This one's different too. Maybe that's not axles. Maybe that's something else. And there is still an axle inside, but this is something different.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they've got the axles sticking outside like that.
Yeah, I don't mean like, yeah, I don't mean, yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, that's that too, yeah. I sort of didn't mean like an axle sticking out, but it's definitely the center of the circle. So I thought maybe something that maybe houses the end of the axle or something on, from the inside. But yeah, actually they're different plates too. Look, that's a thick plate and this is a thin plate. There's something different about those two. Maybe they're motors and this one's not a motor or something. I don't know. But they're numbered the same, so like they're all going to be motors. But this one has a thin plate too. I haven't quite got these fully fussed yet.
I guess if each of those things are supposed to be motors in, I guess they could add and remove motors to adjust the maximum speed on this.
Well, the torque, yeah, at least, yeah. The speed, more motors doesn't necessarily, could mean, more power can mean a bit more speed, yeah. This one seems to be the thicker plate again. This one's back to the thinner plate still. And it's got that center thing. I don't know, I haven't quite fully sussed them out yet. I don't think anybody has. Well, we're just about there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everywhere in between.
Yes. SpaceX may talk about those actuators one day. Because if they had that person filming that skate replacement, then that's sort of maybe a bit telling that they might talk more about the GSE in a future episode.
Hope so. There it is there, the black one up there.
Yeah, that's it.
What a busy part. That's one of the busiest parts of the whole tower, probably right there.
Oh God, yeah.
So these are probably the purges and to do with getting the place chilled down and that.
Yeah, haven't actually seen that active at all. Yeah, I haven't seen it active at all yet during any of the tower testing. Well, might see it active today, maybe.
There might be even a drain when they after they finish prop load. So the crane's not there anymore. So whatever they're doing now, they're finished with the crane part of the operation. Is the crane still on the end of the? I think the cranes were still on the end of it, but this back here, where is that? I'm not going to say that's the wrong tower. Yeah, the cranes are still holding the stick up. The sticks up. All right, it's time for brunch. Eggs and bacon for brunch today.
Yeah, I still need to have my dinner as well. I just realised I haven't actually done anything yet. Still half asleep from last night.
Yeah, I totally understand. Oh, here we go. I totally understand that because, yeah, I get odd hours too. Trying to work American time is some days a bit
Yeah,
tricky.
I'm hoping they manage to get all the testing out of the way today, and so we get a bit slightly more of a break between today and the launch day. Because the last few days have just been so busy.
Yeah, a bit has been going on there at Starbase over the last few days for sure. So, did you hear Stumpy's question earlier? Why these are painted white, Jake? Have you got any idea why these are painted white?
I can't remember the answer to that one.
Okay.
There's some other cool little features in this photo if you stay on it. There's obviously the camera at the back of the engine skirt there.
What?
Go to the see the camera housing on the right there. Yeah, that's a camera.
Cool.
They've got that same style of camera in the bottoms of the ship forward flaps as well.
Yeah.
And then there's an interesting box structure on the left side as well, attached to the false ceiling. Seems to have a light in it. Don't know what else is housed inside that thing, but yeah, very interesting. Kind of looks like a projector strapped stuck onto the false ceiling.
Yeah. So in the old days, the false ceiling used to come all the way down past the power head, didn't it? All the way down here somewhere, didn't it?
Yeah, it came down to the tops of the nozzles of the RVACs, and then it came down. Yeah, the false ceiling was basically at the tops of the power heads and the sea levels, and then the rest of the power heads were then covered in their own individual shielding.
Oh,
But
that's
then,
right. Yeah.
yeah, and then all of the RVAC power head was above the false ceiling. And that was the weird thing with the previous generations of ships. The three RVAC power heads, they weren't completely isolated from each other above that false ceiling. I was never a fan of that.
But they're not really in range of each other to hurt each other, if you know what I mean. Whereas
Well,
these are close enough to hurt each other.
yeah. Mind you, they're all completely exposed to each other now. Although they're supposed to be better shielding built into each of these new engines.
I think I just jumped over
Stephanie,
some. Was that you? Oh, go ahead.
could you please zoom in on that camera again? Okay. If you see the pattern of those holes, it looks a little bit like that device on the hot stage ring. 4 holes, 4 small holes, and 1 big hole.
If you want a better look at that, Stephanie, before we finish, should we go? Actually, I'll grab the post for you. Colleen, one of the NSF team, she got a really good look into the engine bay earlier.
Who? Sorry?
Colleen and Litke, I'll grab the post from her now, just so you can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's the camera.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, you see it. Yeah, a lot more clearly in this shot.
Looks like a wide angle.
Are we doing
Yeah.
Nikon or Sony?
Probably a little GoPro. That's what the SpaceX uses a lot on these vehicles. GoPros.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, thank you, NSF, for this photo. But being on X, I'm confident we can show it here. So it's only a small group of people anyway. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
Yeah, looks totally different as I was thinking to see.
But yeah, you can see that same shape cut out in the bottoms of the forward flaps.
yeah.
So I guess, yeah, probably wide angle cameras.
Colleen gets a lot of good photos, I must say. I'm quite a fan. I follow her.
Oh, and then there's yeah, you can see the plate attached to the bottoms of those pipes there as well.
Yeah, that definitely looks like, yeah, what do you call it? RCS, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the pipe work is not like just standalone, obviously standalone RCS, because I have seen a lot of people talking about that plate earlier, thinking it was just RCS, but it's not. It's pipe work for other things, doubling up as RCS.
Well, I mean, that's just, what do you call coal gas thrusting, and there's whatever these
Yeah.
pipes attached to, they can open valves and whatever and release pressure in different directions to actually affect control. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very it's a very interesting way of doing it on Starship. It's be interesting to see how that behaves during
Yeah.
flight.
What else is going on at X? All right, so that's that completes the show and tell
We're all
for now.
gonna
So
die. Yeah.
hey, Martin, shush. So I appreciate you all sticking around. Thanks, Jake, for sticking with us for the show. I really appreciate your co-commentary a lot. And
Did
Kiwi
you,
and
did
everyone
you,
else.
Stephanie, just shush me?
Yes, I did. No, I'll mute you, don't shush. And thank you all there in YouTube chat for hanging around. I see the usually motley crew there with Yazada and Brian and Indy's in there checking all that out, and DMHMT. Thank you all for Matthew, and who else is in there? There's heaps of people in there. Mr. James. Oh, what's that? Year 2000 and what? XXII 22. Oh, 2022. What's that mean? There's heaps of people in there. Good on you. All right, so thanks, Indy, especially for running the stream.
Of course. Hope to see you guys all tomorrow for a flyover. Hopefully we have that.
So I can say goodbye. Oh, David Attenborough. So sorry. So David Attenborough turned 100 years old. That's pretty cool.
Look how good he looks for 100. It's incredible.
Yeah. Such a wonderful man. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm going to go and...
Okay.
Let's say, I'm going to go and do my dinner, and then I'm going to get some more media together for the NSF Flight 12 stream, and then wait to see when this testing starts.
Good on
I've
you.
been
Well done.
recording
Okay
all
with it.
night, and I can't believe Stephanie told me to shush.
Well, I thought I'd ask you to be quiet rather than just mute you this time. So.
You went.
Alrighty.
You went shh.
Yeah, I'll probably speak to you all again tomorrow if we got the flyover on the go.
All right. I'll see you around, Jake.
Jake, thanks for everything.
Your gang.
You guys.
Thanks, everybody.